What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tootie Tootz, and you're here with Nolazine.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
Okay, so for the people who don't know, before we ask you where you're from and all that, tell them, I'm like, what do you do?
Well, I'm the brand ambassador of Bounce. I'm an international dancer. I am the Project It girl. Yes, I am. But no, I'm a travel agent. I'm a travel business coach. But I am mostly known for being the brand ambassador of Bounce.
Brand ambassador. The brand ambassador of Bounce. So, like, how did you come up with that title?
I didn't
like
come up with that
someone
title.
to make sure, yeah.
Yeah, that title was given to me.
Who gave you that?
That was given to me by the city back in... like 16, 17. Yeah, the whole Freedia and Beyonce had just came out. All that good stuff had came out. So.
All that good stuff?
Yeah, we had one Ross Guinness record. I was like the first real international face of Bounce, as far as the dancer wise.
So, but the like Guinness World Record, like, you know. Like, what the record is for?
That the World's Gonna record that we got twice, but it's for the most ass shakers at one time.
How many ass shakers they had?
I don't know. It was the whole New York. Like it was, it broke the record.
But you was number one.
Know.
You was number 99. What number you?
I don't know. I wasn't in that number, but we was the ones who made it happen.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. Man, I always tell people every time somebody talk about like writing music and different things like this, I tell people like 15 years ago, Melvin Foley paid me to write one of Big Freedia's songs and give it to the label. Was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I thought it was easy.
Yeah.
But you ever try to write Mac know you 10 times? That is not easy.
You gotta know it and you gotta
I just start guessing. Mac know you. I just put 5 know you. But hey, that's dope, man. Shout out Freedia as well. But you know, hey, but I'm glad the world know what you do right now. But we go come back to that. Okay. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from the A-Wall, New Orleans, downtown, music and roaming.
Hey, but what they call the A-Wall?
So animals.
You have to make sure I throw that in there. The A-Wall animals. Gotcha. So you know, hey, but bounce music is like going global now. So I'm gonna ask you. I'm like, what was the first bounce song that you ever heard?
Ooh, I can't recollect that. I've been doing it since I've been walking. So
you been shaking since you walking?
Yeah, that been a thing. Like been block party DJs, splashes. That was my thing. I've been doing it.
So
since I know how to walk.
You know, they got like a lot of it's going different now. You know, a lot of ass shaking, twerking, and different things like this. But New Orleans started as, I'm gonna say pee popping. I ain't gonna say the exact word what it is. But like, hey, but what can you say is the difference from New Orleans twerking and like the rest of the world?
Well, we do it because we have feeling towards it. So we shake if we happy, we shake if we mad, we shake if somebody died. We shake if it's just a good day. Like, that's just what we do. We have a lot of feeling to it. Where other girls, they do it because they may just be in a club and they got a song on that requires them to do it. They don't have no feeling to it. They do it because that's what's known to do at that moment. We do that shit all day and night for anything. Like, it's a feeling. It's a vibe for us.
Gotcha. So, I'm going to ask you this question. Name the top 5 best shakers in the world. Because I know you've been traveling and you saw everybody shaking and you've been shaking. And guess what? You can even include yourself.
Of course, I am. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. So I am the number one. I mean, I already have the title for that. But real shit, like my city, the girls in my cities are literally like the best shakers of course, we got Reedy. And don't laugh at me, but I'm so disconnected. Like, I'm so just on a different platform, but they have, Reedy, who else, y'all? Like, who we know? I know Reedy Cole. Curl Cole. Who else? Vicky Lou Cole. I don't know. I really, and like, don't shade me, y'all, but I really, like, can't pinpoint it. But if I was out there to be at a DJ or whatever, I know who to call up. Like,
Right. Gotcha. So, also, I just talked to somebody about that. I said, back in the day, the projects used to have, the parties and the DJs.
Yeah.
They don't have that, that culture of, like, the DJs anymore. Like, but what you think happened?
Katrina happened. Diversity happened. We had to we became a mixed culture. So.
And white people be trying to twerk out there, too.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we had to, the reasons for us being authentically happy for shaking and bounce and the culture of that, it started changing once Katrina came because we had so many outsiders. It just became a mixed culture, so the meaning of it became more territorial. So now we really doing it for repasses or, like we ain't really doing it for birthdays and things like that, just holidays and nothing. We mostly doing it for repasses.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to go shake for that, honestly.
So you've been twerking since Pampers. So how did you become one, professional dancer for the people who don't know?
I did the Walmart video, me and my best friend Steph. And
wait, that Walmart video with your boy?
Yes.
That was you in that?
Yeah, it was me
I
and
didn't
my
even know
best friend Steph. We was dancing for Big Chew at the time. We did the video literally like on some laid back, regular, just shaking type stuff. Woke up the next day on ESPN, ENN, any commercial, any network, any everything. We was on it. That blew up, and then Freedia called us to do a show in, I want to say Texas. And I got paid the most I ever got paid before the dance, and that was it.
And you've been with Big Freedia ever since?
Ever since.
So let's bring it back to Walmart cake. I think that was probably the first thing I seen in New Orleans that went viral.
Yeah.
Like when you first was walking in Walmart doing that dance, did you think that was going to become so big?
Actually, no, because that was the end part. Like we had done the actual Walmart video was the part outside. The inside part was us just chilling in our phone, in my own drawers. Like, that wasn't their shit. I did buy it from them the day of the video because we found out about the video the same day. But, like, it wasn't how it was put out there. People thought, like, we went in the store to do the video. We actually just mixed that part into the actual video part. That was the end of it.
So, like, the controversy. Tell some people some of the controversy that came with shooting that video.
Really none for me and my best friend.
Okay.
Like, we was young. Like, Mr. Ghetto was going viral for, like, the music he was making. And that was just really us just like, damn, we put on for the city. Everybody know the price, the gas at Walmart went down. Like, we got so many benefits that people didn't know about it, that people didn't know about. But, people gonna say what they want to say regardless. Everybody entitled to what they got to say. So, of course, the negative got heard more than the positive, but it changed my life. So, I ain't had no complaints.
Hey, but you've been in the bounce game for a long time. You said the Walmart video. I'm like, what year was that?
I can't tell you, but I can tell you it had to be like 10 or 11 because I got with Freedia like 11 or 12.
Gotcha. So, during that first show with Freedia, like, but did Freedia, reach out to you or someone from his team?
No, Freedia reached out. She told Skip she was like, Skip, go get them girls from the Walmart video. That was her exact words. And Skip was like, Freedia want y'all, you got to do this. And
Gotcha.
we went.
And, somebody just, like, told me something like a month ago. And I said, dang, Freedia really talented. I forgot Freedia was actually one, she used to decorate all the clubs, event planner. And I'm like, dang, Freedia was ahead of, really, like, ahead of her time,
Been that nigga, been that bitch, been all of that. Like, been. The music is just a plus.
I talk about, like decorating the whole Caesars and Rockefeller.
I
don't think a lot of people know that.
Like,
yeah.
The whole New Orleans.
But, like, people do that now for a lot of money. I'm like, but Freedia doing that, like,
shit
first.
For the low.
For the low?
For the low. Now you got to empty.
And Freedia was different.
For her to decorate.
Yeah, she was decorating the club, then come back hours later and at the perform.
In the club.
And perform.
In the club.
Gotcha. So, I got to ask early before we get into Hey, but what is the craziest show you have been to with Freedia?
We get a lot of crazy shows. That's an unlimited number, but I always get what was one of my best shows, I guess, like, it was very different. It was in Estonia, and they didn't speak no English. So during every performance, they was completely silent. Soon as the song was over, like a cheer that you have to be there to hear. Like
something you never heard before.
Yes, man. And it was so many people, and like it was a festival, so all the little countries around come to this one festival. So it was thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Like they live out there that whole weekend. And they had, it wasn't even signs, like they had these big carnival things in the air, like real festive to say we was out the country. And they didn't speak no English, and every time we performed, they was quiet because they was listening to all the words. Then when we finished, they'd applaud. At the end, they was able to like repeat some of the things that we were saying, and like I got a standing ovation that I never got before. Like I cried. I walked off stage and the people was just like crying and thinking, and it was just like at that time I think it was just me, Freedia, and another dancer. It was just like two dancers. But it was like the best feeling that I ever. We all cried. Like when we got off stage, we just went in the green room and just cried. It just showed how other people appreciate what you do. What we see as for fun, like, you know, we've been doing our whole life, but that was a real touching moment for me.
Gotcha. So, you know, being from New Orleans, did you think that you, like, you know, growing up to the bounce music, dancing and all, did you think that, you know, you'll be traveling the world and, like, dancing for bounce?
I knew. I always knew I would be somebody. Like, my family and them always told me, like, I was going to be somebody. I just thought I would be a singer. And
so you could sing?
I could sing.
I'm about to say about to make it blow.
No, indeed, no. I used to could. Like, I used to really sing. When my grandma used to always tell me if I didn't use my talent for what God blessed me to use it for, I would lose it. And then I started smoking. I became like a fucking rock star, like, you know, drinking and shit. And before you know it, well, I caught acid reflux in college, and I didn't treat it the way I was supposed to, and that affected my lungs and everything. So I lost that, but I always knew I would be something. What, I didn't know, but I'm very, like, I'm on my shit. I know I ain't never want to work for nobody. I knew I had to do something that would get me where I wanted to be. So I didn't know it would be this, but
you're on to something, huh?
I was on to something early.
Gotcha. So can you honestly say, like, man, you know, Big Freedia actually changed your life?
Changed my life.
So, you know, I just interviewed this bounce artist.
I never forgive it.
Yeah, I just interviewed this bounce artist, right? And I said something. I thought about it earlier. I'm like, you know, with the Super Bowl thing going on, right? I'm like, you know what? You know somebody would actually be one bigger entertainer ever than Lil Wayne?
Who?
Freedia. I think the Super Bowl should have picked Freedia and let Freedia bring out Beyonce. Kendrick Lamar or Lil Wayne wouldn't have had a bigger show than that.
I believe they
because the whole stadium would have been twerking.
I know her in and out, like her highs and her lows, and she is very one of the most best entertainers I've ever stepped.
Because I tell people but it's more different from just rapping songs that people know it. Freedia's actually going out there and entertain. Right.
It's what you can do. It's the moment that you give, that moment that can change somebody's life. Right. That's what matters. And she brings that every single time, no matter gay, straight, black, white. Right. Don't matter.
But I think, you know, it's just I think Freedia would have really represented for New Orleans because it would have put out bounce scene to the world. Like, even Freedia would have just even thought bigger. Like, you know what? I'm gonna bring Tootie Tootz out. I'm gonna bring the bounce originate out. I'm gonna bring out this person.
Man,
you could have did it. So like, you could have did so much with that performance at the Super Bowl. It would have put the world on New Orleans.
She has so many connections. You know what I'm saying? But also, what she do also intimidates and frightens a lot of people as well. So it's like you got them people that scared to test that water because
I was in Dallas fussing with people like 2 years ago. Like, man, Freedia bigger than y'all artists. They're like, man, no, you're not. I'm like, man, bro, your artists are traveling international. I'm like, you might not see this bounce, but
I've been all over the world 3 times, so I know Freedia at least 5.
So, like, do you ever get on like jet lag?
No, indeed, it's my favorite way to travel.
But just get high and twerk, huh?
And just get high and twerk. That's it. My favorite way to travel.
Gotcha. So, you know, with that being said, like, you know, if you said you got paid the most for Freedia, but like, did you ever like realize like, dang, Freeda's becoming bigger? Cause like Freedia just brought one. I'm like hotel, right? Mm-hmm. So like, did you ever just sit like because like after so many years, Freedia, it became I'm like more than your boss to you, damn near best friend. So like, did you ever realize like while y'all was growing like, hey, Freedia about to be like Freedia's really getting bigger?
There's two sides to that because we lived in it. Like,
right.
We lived in every moment. So every accomplishment she did and every milestone that she had where she became more than what she was, like, we was in that moment like, oh, my God. Like, this is a blessing. Like, so everything happened while living in it. So it wasn't I knew she would always grow into being bigger, but we actually took it step by step and watched each blessing overcome, each milestone overcome, and lived in that moment. And then that's when we realized, like, damn, I'm bigger than I was yesterday.
I always, but I guess because I was in it just watching Freedia go to shows. I remember like, man, Freedia got her own TV show. I'm like, wait, this is something bigger that people not noticing. And I'm like, man, people always try to downplay bounce down here. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I used to tell people like, man, Freedia traveling more than like traveling places that I don't think Lil Wayne them going there yet. Like before Lil Wayne them start going international. Freedia was international. People don't really know that.
And we like in small, rich countries, rich islands, like little shit you wouldn't even think is a place, like where we gotta fly, then boat, then cruise to, like,
right. Yeah, people
in places.
People wasn't giving the credit, like, and like, we always wanna downplay bounce, but like that's full New Orleans culture.
All us. And the crazy thing about it is it started in other countries like Africa and shit like that, and they idolized it, like they uplifted it, they loved it. And when we do it, I guess because it's the States or whatever, they downplay it when actually it's one of the biggest and best talents that you can give in the entertainment business.
So, but when y'all went to Africa, how was the experience?
We did way more than work in Africa. Like, the history, the culture, we have a big thing for going to places where people like live in poverty or not necessarily where we are in life. We have a big thing with that. So we did a lot of giving back.
You need to bring a cameraman. You got to document all.
Yeah, I'm just getting into that actually. Like after all these years, I'm finally starting to document, and that's more so like a Freedia thing too, because Freedia's so like hood. People don't understand that. Like, she's so not a celebrity. She's every bit of my mama, my auntie, my sister, my friend, my cousin. Like, she's so that person on the road. So a lot of camera time and all that, she don't be with that. Like, right. We do just want to chill and smoke. So it's like, we just getting into reality. Like, damn, we need to document this stuff. We could have been made extra money, but
yeah, people don't know how. People don't really know how hood cameraman is. But I post the clip at least once a year with B-Lip trying to play with Big Freedia and the Hangover Ball. He said, Freedia, but you should be playing for the Pelicans. And he told him anything dealing with a ball in the hole, I could do it. And he shut up. I said, people don't really know that personality. They just, like
funny.
And
like, that's
Freedia always walked through the club and held his own from the start. And I always, like, nobody never. I seen always respect.
Yeah.
Like, and he makes sure he speak to everybody as well and give respect. Like a lot, like
a very
like what he's at. You would think that basically he wouldn't be like he'll become arrogant, but he's not. And I don't want.
Ain't got no reason.
And I want Freedia. Don't get mad at me. Call you he. I don't know what you want. I think let the interview. Yeah.
Literally, she said that in every interview. You call her what you want. Like, she know who she is. Right. We know who she is. Like, it's the small-minded people that take offense to things like that. Because you don't know what to call a person like that who fucking sagging in with a wig. You don't know if it's he or she. But she don't give a fuck. Like, I call her she because that's my mom. That's my sister. That's my best friend. It's a different, scenario. But I know why the niggas call her bro and what's up, dog, and son, because that's really her partners.
Yeah, but some people, he really went to school with.
Yeah, like, that's really her partners. Like, this really, like, real men Real trappers, real killers. That's really her partner.
So like P-Time Mo back in the day, Key West used to. So I always mess with Freedia because P-Time Mo used to always have me and Key West saying, "Look at that bitch Freddie." So I call it Freddie.
You gotta really know him to call him Freddie too.
Yeah, he always look at me crazy when I say that. Cause I remember we was at Keisha Cole and I said that he gave me a look. I said, man, I could never get an interview from Freddie.
Please, you gotta the Freddie. Don't call her Freddie.
I don't even play with it. So, hey, people listen to this. Hey, but don't call her
If
Freddie.
you don't know her, don't call her Freddie.
Real. Gotcha. So, hey, but like, what's next for you?
I'm moving, starting over somewhere else. Not really starting over, but I'm going there for my own business. Like I said, I'm a travel business coach. I'm a travel agent. A lot of my peers are there as well. A lot of my business partners are there. So I'm just going there to better my business in that lane. But I'm
Where you
still
moving
here.
to? You telling us?
Houston. Ain't no secret.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just looking at Houston. Like, Houston give you more for your money.
Yeah.
But Houston just got hit with category 1 and they couldn't take it. So I'm like, I'm not
That's
about to
gonna
move.
be wherever you go.
No,
you
it
know
ain't.
what I'm saying?
Atlanta,
Unless you want to go.
Hurricanes don't go to Atlanta.
Go to Atlanta. I feel like, I'm humble too. I want to be somewhere I can manage. Like, it could give me a little sense of home, and it can also give me something else.
And like Texas,
Atlanta,
give you hurricanes and tornadoes.
Yeah, like give me whatever. But I'm gonna feel more. I can be myself. I'll be more at home. Like Atlanta, I ain't going nowhere to be a number. It's a difference.
I got you.
Yeah.
So like but your experience, it has been good. I'm like in Texas.
I love Texas. I make money in Texas.
Yeah, but I see you with the jewelry and change. I first met you, you ain't have all that. You cutting up,
You always tell me. You probably ain't see this, but you always tell me with some shit on.
I'm sorry.
Honest.
I'm gonna just say on camera, I'm proud of the growth that you came as well.
Thank you.
I didn't know you was getting Guinness World Records and all this and all that. Becoming the ambassador. But I'm gonna give you flowers on camera while you can smell them, because people don't. People down here don't really give people credit.
Yeah.
Like when someone sees someone doing good, they be like, "Oh man, that person did this to do that." It's like it's never you hear nothing good.
Yeah.
Come behind, like it's always a but. Like, well, this person do this, but hey, but they scammed their way on top, or they dick riding this, or like it's just never a full paragraph of the good things that people do. And I can say that I watched your growth and look at you now. Like I didn't even know you was in Walmart video.
Yeah, that was me, skinny me.
Look at you now.
Look at me.
Hey, but the thick black chocolate Tootie, I got you.
I appreciate that.
So being in the entertainment world, I gotta ask you this: like, what do you enjoy most about it, and what do you hate about it?
I enjoy most the freedom of life that it brings, the travel. And what I hate about it is sometimes the travel. Sometimes I hate just the just how we gotta travel, the early mornings, getting up before you know it, on a plane, get off, no sleep, shower, makeup, show, back to the plane. Like, that's about it though. I don't really hate nothing about my blessing.
Gotcha. So, I gotta ask you, hey, because you actually saw but the growth of this community as well. Like a lot of people don't realize, like most of the money gets spent in the LBGT community. So how have they embraced you as a dancer and just able to support that whole community has been given to you?
Well, the LGBTQ plus community.
Oh yeah, I want guys to say it right. Hey, please don't be mad at me, y'all.
Yes,
I don't know no better.
They'll get you. They don't play.
Well, help me.
They are our biggest supporters. Like, they pack out the most shows, they buy the most merch, they get the most albums. They really, really support, and that pays my bills. So they contribute in every way and every day. So I love them. I'm cool with the gays. That's my world. I love them.
Right. But you also saw the transition. Like, the world, but it used to didn't be fully accepted. Now you see it getting more accepted now. So that's Hey, it works for everyone, huh?
Yeah. And they got the people that don't accept it, but I mean, like, you gotta let people love who they love.
But that's why I always say, Freedia, I think Freedia always has been accepted in New Orleans.
No, she went through her thing.
I'm talking about just my opinion. I was looking at different. I'm pretty sure, they had, people slander the name and different things like that.
Stand your own ground. People gonna say what they gonna say regardless, especially being gay or liking the same sex. People gonna have something to say about that. But when you know yourself and when you stand up for yourself, a motherfucker, nothing they say will really get to you. And that's kind of like how she got through that.
I'm just talking about just my knowledge just being outside. Like the New Orleans streets, always had that respect. Like I ain't never seen nobody play or say something crazy in this bed. Like,
it be that 1 out of 10.
I think somebody probably
That's why
drunk
you can't
and
see it. It be that one little person out of fucking 10 people in the room. So.
Like I ain't never hear like, no, man, Free had to beat somebody's ass because
no, she walk with love. She ain't with all
going
that.
to the club, make sure she speak to everyone.
Yeah.
So
she gonna walk out. I'm gonna swing before her. She out.
You swinging? So how many fights you had? A lot.
In my no. In my broke days, like 25, 26 and under. Yeah, I was tussling.
Oh, you broke days.
But yeah, I had to be broke. I tell everybody that, like the shit I was doing, I just was out there fighting because I had shit to go home to. I ain't give a fuck.
Hey, you too rich to be fighting, huh? Yeah, breaking them nails.
No, I ain't. Fuck that. No, like stay over there with that.
She ain't messing up them bundles, huh?
None of that.
Hey, boy.
I don't even want to be like.
Hey, who gave you them bundles today?
Oh, I don't know who gave me these, but I know who did it. Tide Techniques.
Shout out to Tide Techniques. Tide Techniques. I want you mad at me. Because but today she came glammed up. She got a cautious outfit. Hey, I see. Tootie is the first person ever to actually do a Nolazine interview, and
that's everywhere.
A whole team right there.
Everywhere I go.
That's dope. But guess what? That's even dope that you can bring your team everywhere.
Yeah, that's my crown adjusters. They make sure my face right. They make sure my hair right. Okay. We gonna tag them in this too. Gotta let them know.
Gotcha. So this question, being around the bounce, but I know you got it in you. Mm-hmm. You never thought about actually becoming one? I'm like bounce artist.
Oh no, that's not my thing. I can't talk about fucking all day. I can't. And not even that, it's just a lot of things that I could just be doing with my time than just like.
Cause I would have been thought. And
don't get me wrong, me and my best friend, we had like a few songs. Cause we were Shake Team, that was my first bounce name. Well, no, I was a BOG girl. I was all type of shit, but Shake Team really became me. You know what I'm saying? That was me and my best friend, and when we came out, we had like 2 or 3 songs. That was cute then, just not for me now. I'm nothing like what I entertain. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a whole businesswoman on the outside of that. So I do my show, I go home, and I turn that off, and I turn on to a whole different person. So bounce just not. I don't want to do that. Not with my time.
I want to say this. Hey, but what's your advice? I'm a young girl watching this interview right now, thinking about following. I'm like in your footsteps.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't never look at someone else's success and let that determine yours. Always stay loyal. Don't watch nobody else's pockets. And it's okay to believe in somebody else more than you believe in yourself. I got this far by literally believing and pushing Freedia. And she carried me on her toe, on her toe. And it's not supposed to be, it's not always just about you.
Right.
Love.
And I ain't lie to you. It's almost like probably 16 years, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's real loyalty. You don't really find that too often. Especially as a person, you would think like a dancer is someone very accessible. You could get that anywhere.
Yeah, but come and go. It's deeper than that. Yeah, you just gotta be there for I really love and support her with all her dreams.
You had everything first. Whatever. You would think you were the manager sometimes, huh?
I do. I manage a lot of things. I pick up a lot of bags. I handle a lot of shit.
But you need someone like that.
Trust me though.
Yeah, you need someone like that on your team with anything. Yeah. If someone is going at 110 for you, you gotta support them and you gotta bless them too as well.
Yeah, she is definitely my blessing.
Gotcha. And last but not least, for the people who don't know, tell them how to find you on every social media site and everything.
It's Tootie Tootz on everything, but I have a new Instagram now, so it's Tootie Tootz Part 2. Tootie Tootz on Facebook, Snapchat, The Travel Barbie. Y'all can always look me up under that too. Use your hashtags. Black Barbie. Project It Girl. Make sure y'all tune into Fuse October 2nd. That's season 2. It's my 8th season of television. All that.